When you hear the term cytokine storm, what comes to your mind?
Being from the Midwest, I don't know, like a tornado?
She's
throwing everything around.
She's actually not wrong. Cytokines are molecules that travel distantly and will have an effect on a white blood cell or a different type of cell to go ahead and become activated and perform its duty. Now, you've also heard this term chemokines. A chemokine is actually going to lead to the expression of a certain receptor on a blood vessel. That way, when the white blood cells actually get there, they can roll on that receptor and travel to where they need to go. Imagine this. Here is SARS-CoV-2. You inhale it. Remember, it's a coronavirus. How much you inhale does actually matter. We already know the more that you inhale, the more activated your inflammatory response becomes. Why? Well, one virion is going to bind to your cell and it's going to infect that cell. Once it gets inside that cell, it takes over the cell's machinery and begins to reproduce itself. After the cell is infected, it's going to secrete cytokines. It's going to secrete chemokines. But when you have numerous cells infected, just imagine how many cytokines and chemokines get produced. When you have an overproduction of many different types of cytokines, you get heavy recruitment of white blood cells into where? The lung. When you infect that area and the white blood cells get recruited, where are they going to go? They're going to fill up the balloon. As they fill up and congregate in this balloon, what happens? It prevents gas exchange. So when you take a deep breath in, the air that's going in can't get to the alveolar membrane to get inside your bloodstream to allow you to oxygenate. So this cytokine storm, as a result of heavy activation of the inflammatory response, not only leads to inflammation in your lung, but once these cytokines are in the bloodstream, it can lead to inflammation in other organs. It can lead to inflammation in the heart. You can also develop inflammation within your gastrointestinal tract. You can develop inflammation within your liver. What are we studying? We're studying medications or drugs that can manipulate cytokines, inhibit them. So when you think about SARS-CoV-2 infection, understand that cytokines are heavily involved.